Hey, if you're one of those people who tells yourself it can't happen here or it can't happen today as an excuse to not prepare and be ready to defend yourself from whatever, you're just fooling yourself. You're living in a fairy tale because it can happen where you are. That doesn't necessarily mean that you know what it is. Maybe it won't be a mass shooting like we just experienced here. Maybe it won't be an earthquake or a hurricane or a plane crashing into your neighborhood. All of those things are extremely unlikely to happen at any particular place. But every particular place will have something that's extremely unlikely happen. It's just, that's reality. There's no point in being paranoid about it. You just accept the reality and be as ready for anything as you can. In the case of like a mass shooting, if you use the excuse that, well, I don't need to be prepared to defend myself and others because, you know, the chance of it happening here is just too small. Well, that's probably what the people in the library thought, if any of them gave it any thought. And most people probably don't ever give anything like that a second thought. And, maybe they have a better quality of life by not thinking about that stuff. But thinking about it and being prepared isn't paranoia. It's just reality. Some people think, well, if there's metal detectors at the door, then things like this can't happen. How does that stop anything? If there had been metal detectors at the door of the library, the only thing that would have been different is people would have been getting shot while alarms screamed in the background. That's it. The only thing that the alarms do is weed out the people who are prepared and willing to defend themselves and others. In other words, it stops your best line of defense against things like mass shooters. If somebody is set on murder, a law is not going to stop them. An alarm isn't going to stop them. All you have to do, you walk right past the alarm or the metal detectors, the alarm starts screeching, and you start shooting. It doesn't physically stop anything. Even if you have like metal detectors and security guards, okay, the person walks through the metal detector, the alarms start screeching, security guards start descending on them, and they start shooting the security guards and whoever else. It doesn't stop anything. Anti-gun laws and policies kill. They don't save lives, they kill. You're handing the lives of innocent people over to worthless, pathetic, murdering losers when you support anti-gun policies and laws. That's all you're doing. There is no excuse for it. I understand the fear and the cowardice that is behind supporting these kinds of laws and policies, but it doesn't excuse them. They are deadly. I don't know. That's just one little facet of being prepared. You should also store up water in places where that could become necessary. Everybody should store food. You need to carry a knife. It doesn't matter, if it's uncomfortable or if there's policies against it. You need to carry a knife. That is the basic human tool. You need to have that with you at all times, no matter what anyone says. You need to teach yourself just some basic skills. Just, know how to build a fire. You don't even have to know how to build a fire without matches. It seems like most people don't even know how to build a fire at all. Even if they have a lighter, they can light some paper and their fire goes out as soon as the paper's gone. There's just so many different things that you can do to make your life a little more secure. And no, nothing is going to guarantee safety or guarantee survival. That's not even anything that you should be worried about. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. There is nothing that can come with a guarantee. But, so what? You don't need guarantees. You go through most of your life without any guarantees of anything. And, you're smart to prepare as much as you can and then just take life as it comes. I don't know. So many people around me, whether it is self-defense or emergency preparations of whatever kind, emergency food, whatever, they say, no, I'm not going to bother with that. That's too much trouble. It can't happen here. And if it does, I don't want to survive anyway. And to me, that's very sad. It's pathetic. It's cowardice. I don't make any claims to be like a brave person or a hero or anything. But if I approach life like so many people do, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. It's pathetic. Anyway, so yeah. Don't believe it can't happen here or it can't happen today, because it can. It probably won't, but it can, and you always need to be aware of that. It's the responsible thing to do. See ya.